So recently, my colleague Donatas Urbanas dropped an interview with Kemba Walker, who is now playing in Europe for AS Monaco, and apparently this was news to many NBA fans, more specifically the ones who do not follow basketball outside of the US. And I know that because I read all of your comments, and today I'll be reacting to those in this video. Before we get into them, I just wanted to say how excited we were at Basket News to see that this interview got so viral in other media outlets. I mean, I'm just looking at it, ESPN picked it up, then the Bleacher Report reposted a snippet that got 250,000 likes, Clutch Points racked up 4 million views on their repost on X, then NBA subreddit had a post with many reactions too, but I guess before we get into those reactions, you should see the snippet yourself.
Playing basketball, I can't complain at all. I'm having an unbelievable time. My teammates are super cool, staff is super cool, like everybody around me just really makes my time here so easy. I'm in a great place, I'm in Monaco, I'm traveling the world, I'm getting to see Europe, different parts of Europe. Who would have ever thought I'd be in Lithuania? Like, I'm having a great time.
Here's my reaction to what Kemba said. I don't know if many of you picked up on it, but I think the part about the teammates and the environment around him is crucial to his satisfaction in Europe. To give you more context, if you just look at the roster of his current team, AS Monaco, it's just full of other American players like Mike James, Jordan Lloyd, John Brown, Alpha Diallo, Donta Hall, and Jerron Blossomgame. In other words, half of his team can actually relate to Kemba and also help and guide him with this transition to the Euro Ball. And believe me, this is definitely not the case with all EuroLeague teams. But alright, let's just get into those comments. First up, Instagram and Rachel Nichols, who seems to be making a comeback after being cancelled, and she says, "Love this, you can choose to be perpetually disappointed about an old situation or choose to see the opportunity in a new situation, and Kemba is certainly doing that." Facts. Basketball-wise, I think he had enough time to adjust and adapt to the new reality that he's not that all-star cardiac Kemba that he used to be years ago. It's not like he had one bad season and then just got out of the league, so Rachel hit the nail on the head on this one. John Superman says, "He's officially a retired man playing. You can actually see the quit in his eyes. Feels like the NBA left him in the dirt." I'm not sure if this comment is more of a dig at Kemba, the NBA, or both. By this point, I think it's obvious that Kemba is not even remotely considering the possibility of coming back to the league, since there's really no space for him there right now, so I guess I agree that he's definitely retired from the NBA. And the part about NBA leaving him in dirt, I think is a bit exaggerated, because sure, some former players like to point out how the league is thinking about the money all the time, the players don't really matter too much, whatever makes the business run better. But I think the biggest problem and the biggest issue in Kemba's career wasn't the NBA mafia or whatever you want to call it. I think it was his knees, and that's when he got traded all around the league. So it is an interesting take, and maybe I misunderstood what John meant, but if you know what he meant exactly, let me know in the comments so I can read that after. I mean, he's living in Monaco, still making millions, getting to see the best basketball fans in the world. How that could be bad? LOL. Yeah, exactly. I actually just made a video about why NBA players should retire in the EuroLeague, and these were my points. Good money, best basketball fans, and just new culture. I mean, no offense to Charlotte, Boston, New York, or Dallas, but if I had to choose where to live out of those 5 places, it's definitely Monaco. Oh, look at this little hater. Bro is playing 10 minutes a game, averaging 3, 1, and 1. If he's happy being washed, that's fine, I guess. Well, finally we got to some real internet comments, because it felt a bit too wholesome up until this point. Okay, so to his point, Kemba hasn't been playing great so far and has been getting about 10 to 15 minutes and is definitely a big liability on defense. But in one of the more recent games against Panathinaikos, he actually scored 13 points and had 21 efficiency. And then his team lost to this game winner.
All shooters, Mitoglu turns, Grigonis for the win! Bang!
Anyways, I understand that many people had big expectations for Kemba to dominate in the EuroLeague, but let's be fair, even before the season, we all knew that Those injuries really got the best out of him, and I'm not really surprised at all with his performance so far. But you know, I also wouldn't be surprised if he drops 20 or 30 points next game, because that offensive talent is there. It's just that he lost his explosiveness, and you know, when you're undersized and you cannot get past your defender, that's a big problem. Moving on to Reddit, the most upvoted comment here was, I hope he's enjoying himself because he has made 195 million in his career and has lived the NBA dream. So at this point, there's no reason to do anything if it doesn't bring joy and fulfillment. Yeah, this is just really adding to Rachel's point and also reminding all of you how much NBA players make. I mean, his grandchildren are set for life at this point. Almost stan. Anyways, that's actually so sick. It's like the inverse of the European soccer player move to MLS. Bullseye. For us Europeans to see someone as successful as Kemba Walker to move to Europe is the most exciting thing ever. I mean, when it was announced that he's going to make his debut for AS Monaco in the EuroLeague, I actually started watching more of their games, even more than my home country team Gytis. You know, just that curiosity of how this former NBA star will do on our playground. That's all it is. Oh, and the comparison to MLS, sure, it's not Messi to Miami type of deal, but I guess it's at least Wayne Rooney to DC United. I totally missed Europe over Guangdong, that's for sure part in this comment. I don't know why you had to do Guangdong dirty like that, but yeah, playing in those lower tier basketball leagues is just a bit nah. We all understand you're doing this just purely for the money and not the basketball at all. Next up, Embriash from Argentina says, from what I understand, he is not playing the local French league, LNB, he's only playing EuroLeague, league with the best teams of Europe. Yep, that is correct. Kemba is only playing in the EuroLeague, which means he gets to play 1 or 2 games a week. Mostly it's 1 game and rarely it's 2 games when it's a double week. So the man is getting the best kind of load management possible. And then he goes on about how Kemba is underperforming, but we went over it already. Next one. Goddamn, I forgot Kemba existed until this very post. Didn't even realize he was out of the league. I just forgot about him. Yeah, you can feel the sadness in the end of this comment. It's just, you know, the reality. A lot of NBA players lose their relevancy real fast. This is what I'm saying, guys. 290 upvotes just proves that many NBA fans didn't even know he went to Europe. Okay, I'll admit it, I also forgot about him before he made that move, so yeah. The last time I saw him, he was on that NBA 2K free agents section. Last but not least, our very own YouTube comments on this interview. Please don't compare the USA cringe chants to Belgrade level support. What did I expect here? Of course our European followers are gonna shit on American fans. It's just a classic. I have to confess, I was actually surprised seeing those college fans creating such a unique basketball atmosphere and being so organized in doing so. But again, representing Europe, we do it better. Kemba is so high in this video. Really? What makes you say that? Is it the hat that Kemba is rocking of the famous Jamaican singer-songwriter Robert Marley, maybe? Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from. It's not even legal here, you know? And to finish it up, Neda says, this is a big thing for Basket News to interview such a player. Congrats guys on all the success and the 100,000 subs, of course. Thank you, Nedas. And this was actually my most anticipated interview even before the season. When we just found out about the news, I was telling Donatas, you know, we have to get this sit-down interview with Kemba because this is the most exciting thing we can do this whole season. And we did it, so I'm really happy for that. Also, the 100,000 subs, it's just, you know, unbelievable. At the moment it's actually 115,000, so I hope this community just keeps on growing, and if you are not a part of it already, subscribe. And of course, drop your opinion in the comments below about Kemba, about this whole situation, about these reactions maybe. I'll see you in the next one.